I am doing good and I'm so excited to be here. Just busy with some projects and my own inari. We'll talk about it later. I'm pretty excited and a bit nervous. I've been to Sundown since beginning of times and I'm still here. I have a lot of good memories with this place, a lot of friends, family and whatnot. Here, the ambience and the staff are so lovely, they're so friendly. Every time I'm here, they make it feel like home. And the aesthetic, it's so beautiful. Of course, every time I go there, I stay there. And I love it even more than here because it's Pokhara, obviously. Obsessed with a lot of things, like life in general. And just becoming better, I think. I do believe in karma because I think universe has a way of balancing everything out. Like whatever comes around, goes around, or goes around, comes around. So I do believe in it. Yeah, I've seen like people suffer immediately after hurting me, if that's what karma is. Or it could be long-term also, and I'm like, oh, that person did something bad to me. Now, oh, look at where that person is. So yeah, I have a lot of, but I'm not gonna share details here, I think. My work, as I work as a model, I do have to put on makeup very often than I should be. But I do like to give it a break, time to time. I do not prefer putting makeup. I just go with moisturizer, sunscreen, and a blush. A hint of it. Makeup is not something you need. It's something if you feel like it or if you know how to do it, you can just do it. It's not a need. It's just something you can learn, you can do. And if you enjoy it or if it suits you, you do it every day. If it doesn't, if you look naturally gorgeous, you don't. I used to be very random at my shopping. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm very shopaholic or something like that. But I do love shopping. I do have a list of things that I want. But it's not like, oh, I can't live without, Oh, fashion to me, it's just putting two and two together, like my outfit and what goes with the outfit, like my bag, my shoes. I love to match my shoes with a bag, and it has been something that I always do. Now apparently it's a trend. So yeah, fashion is just something that you do, sometimes it luckily looks good, sometimes it doesn't, but if you're comfortable, it goes. I believe in it because a lot of people have told me they've been in love with me since first sight. No. I do believe in connection at first sight. Love is something you work on or build upon, I think. But yeah, to be cheesy, to be romantic, I also write, so I do have to believe in love at first sight kind of thing. Communication is, the most important thing for a healthy relationship. I think to make sure the other partner knows your boundaries, your do's and don'ts. So it comes to communication, like first thing, and then understanding is always there. As a partner, there's so many things I look for in a partner, but if I have to round it to one, at this point I think emotional support would mean a lot to me because I think I'm in an age where I am not most confident self, and emotional support means a lot to me. Just to be there or to understand things I tell and not be like, oh, you're fine, you'll be fine, but then, oh, why are you not fine? Something like that. Emotional support would mean a lot. I've been working as a model from 2016. And my parents have been very supportive of everything I've done so far. They're always the first one to get the magazines or articles that I'm on. They're very supportive. They're like, my mom always tells me, "Malai to photo pathauna ma Facebook ma rakchu." I just feel so happy that she's like always sharing my content and like telling good things to everyone. And yeah, it means a lot to me. Oh, I think because I was always a tall kid, everyone did suggest me like you would look good as a model. And they would always tell me, "Miss Nepal ma jauna, Miss Nepal ma jauna." And I did have a little bit of confidence because everyone suggested me I could do it. But I never really thought I would actually work as a profession, but I'm so glad that it turned out to be like this. No, not really. I've never really planned on a beauty pageant or Miss Nepal, any kind of thing. I think I am, but that is up to my partner to decide, I think, if I'm romantic or not. I think I am, or I should be. Hate. I actually do not hate any profession because money. It comes with money. But I am very jealous of people who can sing, singers. How? Because I cannot, and I would like to say I'm very jealous of people who can actually sing for life. I would never. I find both of them very hot, but I'm fine with my Nepali. It's not like I want to change it. So today is like such a good day to be talking about Inari because tomorrow we turn 1 year. We are luxurious silk scarf brand, women-led, made in Nepal. I basically try to combine art with silk. It's just like fun texture, the finest touch of silk. Basically providing a premium scarf to everyone who are into scarf and luxury product. We do manufacture it from the scratch in Nepal. Top of my bucket list would be to publish a book. I would want to publish a book. I used to always love writing, but it basically peaked during lockdown. Like lockdown was super productive for me for some reason. Bisari after lockdown ended, I got back to life. I have not been able to get in touch with my creative side. But yeah, I do want to get back to writing and eventually end up with a book someday. So it would definitely be on love. I hated that I have to choose. But yeah, I think money would eventually be up to me, but love takes two. So I would definitely choose unending love because I don't know if my partner is going to be able to provide me love or not. So I'll say unending love for sure. I'm the last person to come to for financial advice because I just have this mentality where I'm like, money is gonna come to me. I don't know how, but if I need it, it's gonna come to me. I think you should spend it on things you love, but also be careful about the necessity, like put it aside for what you need and then go to what you want. The first time I actually earned money was not with the profession I am doing right now. It was very random. I started learning makeup and someone came up with like, "Oh, can you please do my makeup?" It was just a random project that I got to do. Luckily, I was trusted enough to be a part of a big function. They also paid me really good amount of money that time. I gave it to my mom. I felt really proud. Earning yourself is such a good feeling. I think it kind of inspired me to start working. Yeah. I would probably go to mandir and just mess around with people, like throw some flowers here and there, give like blessings to human, give them reason to live, you know, like hope. Just act like a god, because I'm probably God if I'm invisible. Oh, I remember this one. So I was just hanging out with my didis at work, like in Arima, and we were just talking about just regular stuff, and this didi just says like, I want my daughter to like talk like you, grow up to be like you, and I was like, oh, that is so sweet. Yeah, I think that was nice. My mom's gonna watch this. No, I don't drink, Mom, but yeah. I think the dumbest thing I've done while drinking was I called my mom actually and planned a whole trip with her. On the next morning, I was so hungover, but then my mom's ready for the trip, and I'm literally like, "Kino jaan lako?" Then she was like, "Timle plan gareko trip haina yo hijo rati." And then I actually went on that trip with her, and I was not happy because I was so hungover, and she was like, "Why are you sad? You wanted to come here so bad, and now you're just acting like this is not what you want." So it was this whole thing. Oh, this is such a difficult question. I love both of them equally because both of them are going to watch this, I think, together. And but I can speak more openly with my mom, but I have a feeling that my dad loves me more. I keep embarrassing myself all the time, but one time I remember got myself a ticket it was a ticket back home from Delhi, I think, and it was back in 2022. So I go to airport and it was super last minute, as I'm always late also, and I go to ticket and the police is like, "What is this?" And I said, "My ticket, honey, 2023 ko." It was a year pathariko ticket, and I'm like, oh god. Last minute, nothing. So I just had to stay back for a day. And my mom just looked at me like, "I'm never coming with you again." Maybe I would be... there's a flavor that I used to have as a kid, 21 Love maybe? 21st Love. There's like little chocolate chips. Oh yeah, maybe that one, because that one's kind of nice. I would probably just travel because I love that, and I think it is about experience at the end of the day. So definitely travel to places that I want to. I love my team. Every time I work with these people, they are so creative, so passionate about the work. Like the passion is always there with every single person I meet. And I think that's what I love the most, the passion, the art. Everyone feels so connected to art, and that inspires me so much. Oh, I think it might get into your head sometimes. Like, you might feel a little insecure in your own skin. Like, it has happened to me. Like, I feel like a lot of people do not know how to word things out. They will just like comment on you without thinking, oh, maybe she's having a bad day, maybe I should not say that to her. They just feel like, oh, it's open to just say anything, because I basically work because of, you know, like how I look is a big part of my work. They feel like they can just say anything about how I look and it won't get into my head, but that's not the case. Well, I do look up to my mom, obviously. I do look up to my mom very much, and my dad also. So I think I would say my parents. I would want to be as kind as them and as loving as them, and I would want to be like able to share the family value that they have taught me. I mean, I am sure everyone loves their cultural dress. I've seen everyone flaunt it, I know. About everyday launa, maybe it's not practical is what I think. I used to live in Chitwan for half of my life. Ani Chittagong is such a hot place to live. I don't think I can actually wear mero culture ko dress, which is also cholo, ani sari. I mean, I love it. I'll definitely look good on it also, but it's not practical. So garmi ma is just ekdam garo. So I would rather prefer to wear a short or a t-shirt. It's more about your comfort than just preserving your culture. Preserve your culture in place where you can, promote it where you can, but also make sure you're comfortable is what I would like to say. Well, I think one name that everyone would agree on is Kishore Kayastha. And oh my god, I cannot say. I think I'm just gonna stick to Kishore Dai. Okay, so how I got the idea of it is I got this really good quality scarf from a very nice brand outside, but it was really expensive. I still got it. I loved it so much. It is such a good investment though. I thought I researched a little about it, and I figured like those big brands actually manufacture such scarf Nepal mein. And if they're exporting, like yahabata lagirasa, all those big brands, like biggest brands you can imagine, are actually making their scarf here. So I figured we really have to silk cashmere ko lagi such a good scope. And why not make a brand here itself? So my eventually later on is to export it, but also target Nepali customer because they also deserve the same finest quality. And branding is Nepal ma branding. We have a community where it's just like you promote in circle and you just get to everybody who is interested. As a silk to product, the audience is already selected few. It's not like there's a huge market for it because not everyone has a taste for it. But then people who have taste for it are gonna want it regardless of what situation you're in. So the market's been constant for me, at least, thank God. But yeah, a lot of other business might have not experienced the same thing, but it's the business where people know what they're buying. It's not that bad, Banu. First is I really want to be comfortable with the team. Definitely the script. That is where I filter most of my project. Because I don't want to portray something that I'm not. I want to be real in my character also. Teti gardakeri, most of the projects are already filtered out. That was a crazy project, I would say, because it was a surprise to Vec also. Singer line video and it was so hard to hide it from him because we were communicating also, and it was a whole thing, but I had such a good time shooting for him, surprising him. Yeah, it was a very wholesome experience. I'm very grateful to everyone who's been anything but nice to me, showed me kindness in all this year. Like, I remember everyone who's been kind to me, who has like boosted my confidence to do so much. And yeah, there's always so much more I'm gonna do because I've planned so many things, but I'm not gonna say it here, but you'll have to stick throughout the journey to know. I'm just gonna say I'm very thankful and I love you all.